Lady Leah here. These are true stories of real people struggling in the insurance industry. To donate to their cause, dial 1-8. Alright, let's dig in.
Insurance is so complicated and confusing. Every time I have to do something with it, I panic.
Alrighty, insurance should not be complicated and stressful, but in some cases it is if you don't have a good agent. So, first of all, you should know that knowing everything about insurance is not your job. It's the agent's job. So in my office at American Family in Hartford, we have 7 licensed professionals that are readily available at all times to answer any and every question you may have. So it is our job to recommend and have you in our best interest to give you the best coverage to protect you and your family. The licensed professionals, as myself and everybody else in the office, has to go through licensing classes as well as continued education to stay up to date and to stay licensed with everything in the insurance industry.
Insurance rates go up and we cannot get in touch with our agent.
This is a very common issue with carriers that have a 1-800 Who Dis number. So it's very important to have a local agency because in a claim, when accidents happen, people are in frustration and stressed out. They need to talk to somebody and they need to get their questions and concerns answered. It's very important to have somebody to talk to and to understand when you call that number and have them available to help you. And some of the numbers that lead to 1-800 Who Dis, you're not going to get those answers, and it's going to lead to more frustration and more stress.
Insurance is expensive and I don't get why.
Insurance rates are based on actuarial data. That was a big word for me. So basically it takes the data from the millions of people that have insurance and averages it to make it work for each person. So there's lots of data put into it. Everybody has different rates based on different risks, and that's why it's hard to tell one person's gonna have really expensive insurance, one person's gonna have cheap. It's different for everyone just based on their rating factors and the characteristics about themselves. So, a couple other things I wanted to point out is insurance is pro rata, which means that if you do cancel your auto or home in the middle of a term, you will get refunded for the remaining term of the insurance that you didn't use. So that does make it easier for you to transfer carriers because you will get your money back for a full term if you had paid for it ahead of time. The only other thing I wanted to point out is full coverage. A lot of people use the term full coverage to explain the amount of protection that is on their vehicle or the amount of protection that they want on their vehicle. Full coverage is not a thing. Basically, full coverage is meaning you want comprehensive collision and liability, which is a law. Full coverage is impossible because your limits are based on the amount of money you choose to have per person and per occurrence of the accident. So unless you had $4 trillion, billion, zillion dollars as your limit, you don't have full coverage. But when you do explain to us that you want full coverage, we do understand that you just want everything covered on your vehicle, and that's what we will explain to you and help you do. Which is why it is important to have a good agent that will explain everything through for you thoroughly, because like I said in the beginning, it is not your job to know these things, it's ours. And as always, if you have any insurance needs, have a question about anything or curiosity about a quote, hit me up, comment below, email me, lresch1@amfam.com. And tune in next time. Episode 3 is going to be about getting a quote, how to get a quote, and what we need to get a quote, and why it can be helpful. So thanks for watching. Hi.